Hey guys, hey. Let me pull up this presentation so you can take a look at it. And we're going to talk about the 2023 best-selling trends for books. And we're going to look at the Amazon books. So, for those of you who don't already know me, my name is Jay Stone. I am a business strategist, coach, a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay. And I want to talk a little bit about book covers. Okay, so if you are in the process of creating a book, right, you're doing, say, a cookbook, a journal, a memoir, a how-to book, a business book, this is for you. Okay, this is for you. Because as the more you create it's important to create a book cover that is going to attract your audience, because the whole point in selling and creating books for most cases is to sell. For some people it's just to get their story out. Either way, your biggest challenge or your biggest goal should be how to actually get more people to click buy. Okay. So that being said, I put together a list of top 10 Amazon. So I went and found a list of Amazon bestsellers. I found the top 10, and I'm going to dissect these book covers and tell you why they're bestsellers, and then also give you some alternatives. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about my Banging Book Challenge that's coming up September 24th through 28th. So stay tuned for that. Okay. So number 10 on the list, number 10 is Counting the Cost. Okay, and Counting the Cost is by Jill Duggar from the infamous Duggar family. This is a memoir, okay? It's a memoir, so she's kind of doing a tell-all. And if you guys know, there is like a documentary streaming now just about what life was like for her behind the scenes with the show. So for those of you who want to tell your stories, memoirs sell well. Let's talk about this cover, okay? It starts with just an image and then text surrounding the image, okay? Now, a lot of people try to make the image, the most important content. But if you look, we read left to right. So they put the text here because this is where people start, right? They also left all of this space out to the side so that we can do it. So a lot of times you'll see people who you might want to be tempted to put an image in the middle, okay, of your design. But putting it over to the side, and if you've got this extra space, you can actually go in and write content to the side. But I'm going to show you a few more examples of other ways you can do for memoir covers. Okay. Oops, went too far. All right. So here's a memoir cover which did exactly what we said, which is to put the content in the middle. Okay. It's to put the content in the middle. The title is in the middle. Everything is in the middle. The author is in the middle. However, the reason that this works is because it's a relatively dark background, okay? And the light is here on his face, and so the text is not competing with the image. That's the main thing that you got to take away. The text should not compete with the image, okay? Now let's look at this one. Because when we designed, and these are two that I designed, okay, and I did design these in Canva, all right? So because the text was competing with the image, I went ahead and slapped a block right over this, and even little text here. Left her face visible, okay, but the goal was to keep it from not competing. So a lot of times people don't want to cover their image. The image is secondary to the text. So always give the text the highest priority, okay? Always give the text the highest priority. Now, Rebecca Yarros has the spot number 9 and number 5. So we're going to look at these together because there seem to be a fantasy series, and it's super simple. There's like this little emblem in the back with the text in the front. And it's super simple. Emblem in the back, something in the background, text in the foreground. Remember why? Because the text is the most important thing. Now, apparently Rebecca Yarros, I'm not familiar with her, is a pretty popular author, so her name is huge on this book, okay? Because that's a selling point. So let's look at an example of this, all right? Okay, so name for this one. These are two that I designed. Joanna Mason, right? And then the text. The background is just a simple, we did a pattern in the background here. Just put the text on top of it. Yes, I made this up. The night we put raisins in the potato salad. That's a running joke about people who like to put raisins in their potato salad in my family, okay? Here's another one, okay? And if we're looking at fantasy type of things, we just designed this in Canva where it's one image, but it's got these little windows, all right? And these book covers are available for purchase if you buy your ticket to the book challenge. There's the premium book covers and the basic book covers. If you buy the premium book covers, you'll get all of these book cover designs in the package, okay? All right, let's go to the next bestseller. I got these out of order. Okay, number 8. Number 8 is Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it's a self-help book, okay? It's a self-help book. And tiny changes, remarkable results, an easy, proven way to build good habits and break old ones, okay? This is all text. So for a lot of people who want to put images in there, there are a lot of books that sell really, really well that are only text. Why? Because the text, the title, it's still the most important component of the book. The biggest mistake people make is trying to make images more important. So if we look at these designs right here, and yes, these are in the premium book bundle, and it's just text, right? It's just text, but it will still grab your attention if someone wants to buy the PDF and download it or buy the book off the shelf. These still jump out at you, okay? The key here is bold text, okay? And using multiple colors. So you'll see the bet small, win big. Bet small, we want to draw attention to the word small, and win big, and we want more attention on the word big, so it's a brighter color, even though the colors are technically muted. Here, we needed to break up the title with the subtitle, so we use some yellow. And these are made up book titles. So again, these are ones that I designed. So number 8 was the Atomic Habits. Let's look at number 7. Okay, number 7 is a cookbook. Okay, Come Hungry by Melissa Ben Ishay. Okay, it is super simple. It is food and the book title. So look at the space here that's left. And remember, there's still that top left because we read left to right. So it's in the top left corner. Here's where this one is. And so then Melissa Ben, her information, her name, and details on the subtitle are at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom. Now, the food picture is large, but because we read left to right, we're drawn to the title first because the title is what? The most important. Now, I'm going to show you something similar, okay? Same thing here. Book covers that I designed that are in the premium bundle. The Caribbean Keto Kitchen, okay? Corey Kingston, that's made up. And the food is also here on the stove, but we left this space. And it just so happened as I generated this image in Midjourney, and I'm going to tell you where you can get your cover images, so you don't have to worry about if you want to generate them. We can talk about that, and if you don't, you can actually purchase images that look exactly like this and buy the rights to them. Okay, on this one, same thing. I made a little bit of a shift on this one, right? Instead of putting the words at the top, did a little bit at the bottom here. Because this one is more of an interior design, so the image is not more important, but we wanted to just shake it up a little bit because the focus here is to be creative. So when things have creative in the title, it's okay to be a little bit more creative with how you lay out the design. However, the text is still draws you straight down to the text. I mean, the design still draws you straight down to the text. All right. Number 6, build the life you want. And this is by Arthur Brooks and Oprah Winfrey. This is in the self-help category. And if this isn't the simplest design, it's mountains in the background. And some over here, someone has a smaller mountain, right? Because we have all these mountains to climb. This one is a smaller mountain, a person sitting on top with a tree. Okay. Super. If you pay attention, you'll figure out all these details. Most people aren't. It's just a first glance. It looks like a water painting. And then all the words are here to the left. So we're seeing a theme with all the words being here to the left. Okay. Well, let me show you what I want because we're looking at images on this next one. All right. Look at this one. Okay. So background image, words in the foreground. Background image, words in the foreground. Okay, that's similar. Now, I didn't put the words out to the side on this one, but that's a really popular, prevalent design. I slapped mine right on top, and what I did was make the fade the image in the background out. And I wanted you to see the front and the back of this image, okay? The front and the back of this image, of this book, because the image covers, it's a double width on the image. It's not just a front cover image, okay? This is in the book, the premium book bundle, all right? Now, number 4, super simple. It's the woman who holds number 4 also holds number 3, and it's the same book, right? The Shadow Work Journal, Keela Shailene. Now, you can, if you want to buy the book bundle, and you actually want to join the book challenge, you can actually do it. The link is in the caption. The link is in the caption already. All right. In the meantime, let's talk about Keela Shaheen. She has, this is version 1, the first edition of the Shadow Work Journal, and this is 2. If these ain't the most simple, like this is borderline unattractive. This one looks super elementary, right? It looks like something that your kids did, back in the day. It looks like the frames that you could get in Microsoft Publisher. I mean, it's just not that fantastic. But what is the most important thing? The title, the Shadow Work Journal. So we're going to talk a lot about this kind of stuff in the challenge. And you're actually going to design your own cover during the challenge. You're going to design your own cover, during the challenge. That's part of one of the things that happens. Okay, the Awesome Idea Notebook. This is my actual notebook that's on Amazon for sale right now. This is the cover, super simple cover. So for me, I needed a little more excitement than just the black and white. There's nothing wrong with this one. I just wanted a little bit more excitement because I'm selling ideas, right? And then this is a fake one. This is a mock-up that is available in the bundle, in the premium bundle. So there's a basic bundle, and then there's a premium bundle. But it's still just all text, right? Just all text. So number 2 is Elon Musk's book by Walter Isaacson. And I'm going to go ahead and skip to the example on this because I do not want to get into a big conversation about whether or not Elon should have a book. People have mixed feelings about him. So we're going to skip over that and just really focus on the book cover. It's just the title and his image. Just the title and a really striking image. If you look in his eyes, it looks like he's looking into your soul. Okay? So here's an example. Okay? Just the title and the image. And we did put some little New York Times bestseller stuff. But this is an example of what you can do if you're talking about an autobiography style book where the focus is a specific person who has been successful. A lot of people make the mistake of, putting images up here of them posing and things like that. And if a person is a thinker, or innovative in their thoughts, you really want to focus on the upper torso or above the shoulders for this kind of book cover. Okay, so, and then let's talk about what is number one. Now, number one is probably going to be controversial because it's a political book. So I'm going to hit it and quit it and really just talk about the concept of the design. Okay, so, this is the book. Okay, the Democratic Party hates America. I'm not going to get into politics. Please don't comment about the politics. This is about the book design. Okay, this is a solid black book cover, right, with his name in gray, and they just kind of put this little red swoosh paint stroke to underscore the word hate, even though they kept it. So we didn't have a whole lot of color on this book cover. Okay, let's look at something else because I know you guys are going to get, pulled in to what that looks like. Okay, so here's an example. Now I can spend more time on here because this is one that I made up. The dog lover's best defense. Okay, so when you're dealing with a black and white book cover, it's great to throw in an element of gray, okay? And then one pop of color. A lot of times people's focus is too much color, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the word hierarchy, okay? So the author is in gray because it's not as important as the title, okay? The word "the" is not that important. However, we couldn't put dog lovers. It needed to flow. The article is important. So we just kind of stuck it out there and dangled it by itself. Dog lovers needs to be together. People need to experience this word together. If I had put dog and lovers on the separate side, it would have given a different psychological meaning. So dog lovers, best is the most important word. So not only is it the biggest word, it's also underlined in green. And what we want people to pay attention to is the best defense. And so the first thing you see when you look at this book is the words best defense. And who is this the best defense for? Then you go back and digest dog lovers, and then you go back and do the author. And so this is about drawing attention to the most important words, secondary words, author words, and then if there's an image, that's what we pay attention to. Okay, so I want to go back a little bit. And we looked at the Elon Musk book, but I want to show you some variations. Well, they're not even variations. Also something that could be autobiography style books. Okay, and these are, again, made up book cover designs. This one I think is in the legacy in the package, but this one is not. Because these are just mock-ups that I made specifically for the challenge to show you guys what's possible. Again, I did all of these in Canva. Okay, so we're going to be talking you through how to do this simple kind of thing in Canva. All right, so I think you've kind of seen these book covers before. So let's talk about the Banging Book Challenge. Okay, it is a 5-day challenge. Again, it starts September 24th through 28th. On day one, I'm going to talk about planning the book cover. So you can't just say, I'm going to throw this together. We need to know things like who's your target audience, right? Who are we designing the book cover for? What concepts do we want it to look like? So you'll get things like a mood board to help you come up with concepts and ideas of how you want the design to look. Day 2, we're actually going to start digging into the design, okay? That's when we're going to add the cover image, right? And again, I'm going to give you resources on where you can buy your images and some prompts for you to generate your images to help you get going with this stuff, okay? And so we're going to actually do the design, okay? Then on day 3, okay, is the layout. That's when we're going to arrange the text on the front and the back cover of the book. And if you're just doing an ebook, it'd just be the front cover. Okay. So day 3, we're actually going to do the layout and the title. Okay. Day 4, because I'm going to give you basically a whole day to submit your designs. And the reason why we turn this into kind of an award ceremony and things like that, it culminates on day 5 in the awards, is because I want you to get it done. The challenge is about getting it done. And of course, it's not a challenge in this. There are winners. So we're going to pick winners, okay? And you're going to get great prizes. So I'm going to tell you, go ahead and participate. And you can just turn in the front cover. It doesn't have to be the front and the back. But you're going to submit your design on day 4, okay? You're going to have a deadline. We're going to submit the designs by day 4, because guess what? We've already planned it, we've already designed it, and we've already done the layout for day 3. So day 4 should be just perfecting it for submission. And then on day 5, we're going to actually announce the winners along with the prizes and a few bonuses. Okay, now this challenge is only $25. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. So it's a $25 challenge. The link is in the caption. Go ahead and sign up really quick, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm going to check the comments, and that's it. All right. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining.